Hey, how's it going, Yon San? So here's like my weekly vlog. I'm doing this vlog because I think tomorrow I'm gonna try a new lifestyle where I try to exercise because I was kind of having a little bit of a nervous breakdown. I was feeling stuck with my website. I was doing the Old Testament, and all this stuff was going wrong with it. Computer kept crashing and deleting stuff, doing stuff I'd never seen before, and I finally, and it was, yeah, not handling the size, even though it wasn't that big, and I finally got it up, but I was like, and then I did the New Testament, and then I was doing these other books, having to fix them, and that was freaking me out, and then I realized, oh no, they're probably on my other computer, the version, and I didn't plug this computer up for some reason. And I went and got all my chargers and plugged them in and found the charger that works. And yeah, and it turns out all I had to do was drag it. So I was wasting a bunch of time too. So kind of like losing my mind. Um, so I think I'm gonna I was super stressed out. So I think I'm gonna try and do the exercise. Um, I'm super averse to it because I feel like my website's going to come to a screeching halt if I do that. But I can still work. You can still work a certain hours a day, and so that's fine. I think the problem is I'm afraid to significantly slow down on the progress of my website because I don't want somebody else to come along and build what I'm building, thusly making whatever version I have obsolete. Like Google Earthing Boulder, Google Earthing Rome, Google Earthing Boulder Rome, putting books on the internet, links to audiobooks on the internet. I that stuff. And but if I was to do all that stuff in its completion how I want, it would be very time consuming, and it would take an order of years, like 3 years or whatever. And and yeah, and even the bike racer levels, I was building that, and I have a whole lot of work to do on that. So yeah, all these probably more I haven't even thought of. So yeah, that's kind of I didn't think I could do that. Physically, I feel fine, but mentally, I'm kind of melting away. Not really learning as much as I should. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give another shot. Earlier this morning, I was up all night long. I got up yesterday at like noon or whatever. Can't remember. But I was working all night and then into the morning, and then I got up, and then it was like 12:30, and then I did a video at like 10. I was working until 12:30, but I did a video. Yeah, I think like noon or something, and I saying that I get on Patreon, and because I figured maybe that would help me feel better about not exercising, because it's like I'm waiting for money to buy a pool. But then I realized that I'm way more stressed out than I thought I was. I I think like I was, yeah, even stress was kind of causing me to not think clearly and work as well. So I think I'm gonna try to go on a bike ride. So this is my, like, tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go on like a bike ride or a run and or swim or something. Do my rower, do some exercise, and listen to a book. And see if I can get it kick started. At least some level of interest. I was telling my mom. So my strategy is going to be to have my mom encourage me. I think one problem why I can't do it I have this vision in my head, but I can't do it because I have too much trouble. My website, but I don't need it. Um, my website. The problem with my website's my ego, and I don't. My website's gonna be fine, and I'm gonna be fine, regardless. But yeah, I have to feel like it's a job, like it's a legitimate job. It's not a waste of time. So I told my mom to encourage me to tell me like as though it's a job, and like be a professional athlete, like have that attitude, like everything revolves around that. Because I know that my website's going to fill itself in, the work on that, in between. And I got to a pretty cool a good milestone with my website just recently. I managed to put the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament on my website. They've been on there forever, but I put them on earlier, and they like for some reason the links never worked. I think I pasted on the little link buttons, and I never bothered to hook up the links or something. But and then I made level 3 menu for it. Where each and every menu chapter is labeled on the top in the menu, and it's all the links work for the Old Testament and the New Testament. So I think that's a milestone as far as the website goes. Yeah, maybe it'll allow me to step back. I really need to do a lot of surface level stuff with my website, like writing. I need to do writing. There was no writing, and yeah. So I think maybe I'll be able to do that. I can live more balanced if I'm exercising, because then clean my house and all that kind of stuff. So so yeah, my mom, I think she's gonna, and I told her not to tell me that I'm overdoing it. She likes to say the overdoing it. Oh, overdoing it, injury, and I don't need that. It's gonna make me feel old. So just have her be like, yeah, go, that's cool, legit. That's the right thing to do. And then you do the videos about it, because look, the reason that I keep doing new things, and I can't stop, I can't finish anything, I only start something a little bit, and then I move to something else and I start it, is because I have to be original, and I have to like satisfy, I guess, a curiosity in myself. And so exercising is no different than a new page in my website. It's because I'm doing something that's totally original. Like there's all these people, and I talked about this a couple of years ago. I did this video called "I'm the world's only truly professional endurance athlete." Because all the other people, like they're super strong and they can get the good times and stuff, but they don't, they don't, and they inspire people from their performance and stuff and their lifestyle, but they don't kind of provide a blueprint for how to do it, and they don't describe everything that they do. I think I haven't, yeah, I think it's just like snippets, and they don't describe everything. So like what I'm going to do is I'm going to like disclose literally everything that I eat, everything that I go, all the distance I do of everything, and like literally everything. And then record my performance out every day, so that it's all transparent, because that's the interesting thing, and that would be like super interesting and super original. Nobody else does that, and it's kind of like reminds me of NASA. Like I'm a NASA astronaut. When they went to the moon, they it was 400,000 people. They spent how much money? I don't know, gazillions of dollars to send a couple of 3 dudes up to the moon in a little thing the size of a VW bug. So because they tested stuff over and over and over and over again, and that's kind of like how I want to do my my endurance sports. It's just to like NASA, like. If you're gonna go on a bike ride, you make sure you have all your bag and you have all your gear, and you're prepared and rested, and then you you jot down in the book, how this one went, and then you can tweak it for the next one. That's would be so. See, that's the thing about professional sports. Like that's why you don't have to be in your mid-20s. Okay, I think we need to make a resurgence from professional sports from the dudes in the mid-20s, and then make it so that people in their 40s and 50s can do it in the 60s. People from my age, because it's not about because they only pay attention to who won the pro, but they should start. We should focus more on the age groupers because it's about the lifestyle. Okay. Not just the performance. I mean, you do as well as you can for the body you have. That's why they have it divided up into divisions. So like male and female, then you divide up into age and divisions, and so everybody gets to be a pro. And because it's about that whole journey of doing the testing and inspiring and testing and finding out and trying to improve and sharing, but it's not just that, it's also the sharing and so the transparency. So yeah, I want to take part in jacking up the transparency and the explanation of exactly what you're doing. I don't have a whole lot of experience with endurance sports. Let me tell you my background. It's kind of super limited. I was a good runner growing up. And then in like for running, I'll talk about running first. I was a good runner, and I was like the fastest kid in my class in 6th grade. And then in 7th grade, that's junior high, we had the track team. That was the first time we actually had a track team against the other kids. And I was the second fastest kid in the school, and I got 4th in districts in 7th grade. I ran a mile in 5:40, and that was without training. I did train bicycling, but I didn't run at all. The fastest kid in my school, I don't know what place he got in districts. I think maybe he won, but he was maybe 15 seconds or I don't know ahead of me. But I don't know if he ran or not. But yeah. But then I didn't run anymore at all until senior in high school, like a month before cross country on senior in high school, because I had Osgood Schlatter knee disease, and I was told to just not do any sports that involved running. That's when I should have gotten into swimming, but I didn't. I just got into mountain biking, and that's kind of what I did, but I didn't really do it that much. I didn't have a whole lot of energy. I was kind of maybe, I don't know, kind of depressed after school, and my legs took forever to recover, but I don't know. I rode like maybe 3 or 4 days after school. But yeah, it wasn't the fastest. Did a few road rides, but yeah, did a couple of license races, but just got dropped. Didn't have any leg speed. So yeah, never really got into swimming. So, but I did cross country. Yeah, in senior year in high school, I did a 17:07 was my fastest 5K. That was on a grassy course though, with like running through like single track, and uphill. Like it was kind of hilly, but on a track maybe I could have done 16 or something, sub 16. I don't know. I never tested it. We should have tried to test it after the season. Spaghetti-o. So and then riding. I did some bike touring, but I didn't really. I ran out of money, and then I'd run out of motivation for different reasons. So anyways, I never got around because then I like when I bike toured through South America, I wasn't really biking a lot because I just wanted to study Spanish. So I was just like riding the bus around and like studying vocabulary in Spanish and then I ended up getting married there. So and my Spanish got really good. But yeah, I just wanted to. That was mainly a learning Spanish trip. So I didn't really do. And then the last time I went bike touring was 2010, but that wasn't really a whole lot of riding because I was a lot of like hanging out in towns in between and touring them, and also had a lot of mechanicals, having to get my bike and rack fixed and stuff. So I never actually lived the lifestyle where I'm writing all the time or exercising all the time to the talents of my body, ability to recover. And I think it's awesome to do it the best when you're in your 20s because you can recover the best, and the pulse beats the fastest, as Plato says, when you're 25. But I'm still young enough now, but I should do it now while I'm still, can still do it. Because you definitely want to have a good engine if because it's more fun that way. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I want to do. And make it. But yeah, and I told my mom to make sure to help me be like I'm doing the right thing, and that it's the job. Because the fact of the matter is that the lifestyle, I don't really have to work because I don't spend that much, and I'm passively money. So yeah, and if I start writing, that'll give me more time because I'll be more well-rounded to actually figure out what's going on with my website and make money with it, and like get certified with a Google Analytics and like get other people's photos off my website. Maybe that's what it is. Why I can't get monetized, and then pay the $250 a month to get the stock photos on my website, but not get overdue with it. Just start exercising, and have that be the main thing that I do with my time. And because when I do that, it's not going to cost that much money, so I can afford it. I can afford to just be a pro athlete. I could be a pro athlete just like that, bam, right now if I wanted to. I could be riding and running and swimming all goddamn day long if I wanted to, and it wouldn't really. I wouldn't go broke, because I would just eat more like canned vegetables and oatmeal. You just stay simple with the food, and bikes don't cost that much to maintain. So, sozy wozy woo. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna do a run, and I'm gonna do a swim or a bike or something tomorrow, and I'm gonna call my mom before I do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna maybe call my mom when I'm doing it. Call my mom after I'm doing it. Make sure that she's encouraging me to do it, and then I'm gonna make it like it's my job. Oh, and then I'm gonna listen to the audiobook, and then I'm gonna do audiobook talking about it on YouTube, baby. Somebody actually commented on my video that I did earlier. He's like, dude, your material's not bad, brah. Just do more. And I'm like, yeah, just do more. And so, yeah, see, the thing is, when you're running or riding or swimming or whatever, and you're listening to it, you're not getting distracted. You're straight up doing it. And I'll pop those. I don't have them on my cell phone. I'll have to figure that out. Pop some on my cell phone. I have an MP3. Pop those on the MP3. And maybe even get in the habit of having it read to me. I can have the phone read to me on my website. I'll do a tutorial on it later. But sometimes it's frustrating because it loses connection, if you try to do an entire book, it drops it. But yeah, I'll see if I can make it doable to do running or something while I'm having the phone read to me off my website. But then you have, of course, Natural Reader. I paid Natural Reader, and then they say I have to pay them again, so I have to figure that out. And then there's ebooks and stuff, and so audiobooks and stuff. Yeah, so there's you can do it now. So I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a enduro guy, dude. I'm gonna be the world's only truly professional endurance athletes, man. I'm gonna make all these other people look like amateurs, dude. I'm gonna be like laughing at them and making fun of them and insulting them, and it's gonna be awesome. Because I think being the best is the best way to do it. And I never actually gave a real try. So here's my real try. So peace out.